video, Find a Way, may be a bit too tame for MTV, but the song is getting plenty of airplay on Top 40 radio. Astounding when you consider that its performer, Amy Grant, is a gospel singer, and she's performed a near miracle, bridging the gap between Christian music and pop. Amy's concerts feature a 7-piece rock and roll band, 3 backup singers, and high-tech sound and lighting effects. Not at all what you'd expect from a gospel singer, but then Amy, with her good looks and leather pants, is anything but traditional. Some think of her as the Madonna of gospel rock. She's received 3 Grammy Awards and holds the distinction of recording the first solo gospel album, Age to Age, ever to go gold. All this in a career that's barely 7 years old.
Would you prefer to sing to an audience of those who are already kindred in spirit with you, already converted, or would you rather sing to non-believers and agnostics?
I like both. I really do. There's something real refreshing about going into a group that's just wild and crazy, because I think, what have I got to lose?
Sure,
I'm totally myself, and they can take me or leave me. And I felt that way the first time I walked out on stage to do the volunteer jam, the Charlie Daniels volunteer jam in Tennessee. I'm sitting backstage going, are you an idiot? You're getting ready to go out and do 20 minutes of songs about Jesus. What about, you know, and then I walk out there and they go, here goes the gospel singer. And, you know, I remember going to fraternity parties and just wanting to have a good time, have a date, have fun, little hug, little kiss. And I walk up, aren't you the one that sings gospel music? And all the guys walk away. And you're, wait a minute, hang on just a second. I'm a person, yeah. And, you know, and I think, oh, gee, it's another fraternity party, except for there are 15,000 people here, and, you know, and they're going to introduce me as though I'm something, and instead of a person. And I walked out, you know, people kind of mockingly, hallelujah, and, but that makes me laugh because, you know, I know the stereotypes too.
Amy's still hearing those hallelujahs, but not at frat parties anymore. Now they're cheering her at Radio City Music Hall, a long way from the churches and colleges of the South and Midwest where she grew up, never intending to be a gospel star.
I started writing when I was 15 and wrote about my life, wrote about my dog, my grandmother, my this, my that. And as I grew up, being your normal kid, never sang in a choir, people, because I would talk about Jesus frequently in songs, not every song, but a lot, they said, gospel singer. And I think what's happening now is that people are saying, you know what, Amy's a person. She's normal. And she loves Jesus, and some people go great, and some people say gross, and some people embrace it, and some people don't.
Life is good for Amy. She travels extensively with her husband, fellow musician Gary Chapman, but still manages to find the time for the simple things in life. Amy's driven, but not just by the idea of selling records and achieving success.
I have experienced some wonderful things in this life, and I really want to have the opportunity to communicate that.
A lot of people who are caught up in the horns of ambition will do almost anything to get there, to succeed.
Well, I feel like what I have to offer, it comes from in here. It doesn't come from an executive decision or a new poster layout or a new, you know, sales strategy. And hopefully the things I write about in my song, whether they're heavy spiritual or whether it's describing the colors in the sunrise that morning, hopefully those are going to transcend a 24-year-old face, and hopefully an emotion or a thought that one of my songs could bring to somebody is still going to be effective when I'm dead or an old bag of bones rocking on the front porch of my farm.
Maybe this 24-year-old face has found a way, not by trying desperately to cross over to the pop mainstream, but by making just enough adjustment to make the pop mainstream cross over to her.